Welcome back my YouTube channel. Today I will telling about the wheat penny. The top 4 ultra-rare coin. The year was 1946, just after the end of World War II. America was filled with hope, rebuilding its economy and celebrating peace. In this moment of history, the United States Mint produced the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny, a small copper coin that holds a big story from the post-war era. The Lincoln wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, had already been in circulation since 1909. It was designed by Victor David Brenner to honor Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, on the centennial of his birth. The coin's obverse, or front side, features the famous right-facing portrait of President Lincoln, with the words, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the date 1946 to the right. The reverse side shows 2 stalks of wheat framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, along with the national motto, E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one. These wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and growth, a fitting image for a nation that was recovering from war and entering a new era of opportunity. The 1946 Lincoln wheat penny was struck in 3 different mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins bear no mint mark, the Denver coins have a small d below the date, and the San Francisco coins carry an S. Together, the mints produced more than 1 billion pennies that year, making the 1946 issue quite common in circulation. Each coin was made from an alloy of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the same composition used before the war. During World War II, in 1943, pennies were made from steel coated with zinc due to copper shortages. But by 1946, the mint had returned to the traditional copper alloy, symbolizing America's return to normalcy and economic stability. While most 1946 pennies are not rare, their value depends on condition. A well-worn coin usually holds only a small collector's value, but uncirculated or mint condition examples can be worth several dollars. Especially desirable are coins with strong luster and sharp details, showing the artistry of Brenner's original design. For coin collectors, the 1946 Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a piece of copper. It represents a nation's transition from war to peace, from sacrifice to progress. Each coin that passed through American hands in 1946 tells a story of rebuilding, hope, and a shared sense of unity. Even today, more than 75 years later, finding a 1946 penny in your change connects you directly to that history. It's a reminder of a time when 1 cent could buy something small but meaningful, and when the image of Abraham Lincoln served as a daily symbol of honesty, strength, and freedom. Next coin. In 1952, the United States of America continued the proud tradition of minting one of its most iconic coins, the Lincoln wheat penny. This small bronze coin, with a face value of just 1 cent, carries a story far greater than its denomination. It reflects a period of post-war America, a nation filled with optimism, rebuilding its economy, and celebrating the enduring legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln wheat penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first American coin to feature the portrait of a real person, breaking away from the old tradition of using symbolic figures. The coin was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials, VDB, can be found on some early versions of the coin. By 1952, the design had already become a national classic. On the obverse, or front side, is the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right, surrounded by the words, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty," on the left, and the date, 1952, on the right. Just below the date, you might find a mint mark, a small letter indicating where the coin was made. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, those from Denver carry a D, and from San Francisco, an S. The reverse side of the coin features 2 wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, with the motto, E pluribus unum, above, meaning, out of many, one. These wheat stalks gave the coin its famous nickname, the wheat penny. The 1952 wheat penny was made primarily of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. More than 1 billion of these coins were struck that year across the 3 mints, making it a common coin in circulation at the time. However, collectors today still value it for its classic design and historical charm. In terms of value, a 1952 wheat penny in average circulated condition is usually worth only a few cents above face value. But if it's in uncirculated or mint condition, with its original shine and no wear, it can be worth several dollars or even more. Especially rare are the coins with minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, which can make them much more valuable to collectors. Beyond its physical worth, the 1952 Lincoln wheat penny represents a piece of American history. It reminds us of the enduring respect for Abraham Lincoln's leadership, honesty, and dedication to unity. The coin remained in production until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. So, if you ever find a 1952 wheat penny in your change or collection, hold on to it, because it's not just a coin. It's a small but powerful reminder of America's history, craftsmanship, and the timeless legacy of one of its greatest presidents. Next coin. In 1955, one of the most fascinating and talked about coins in American history was minted, the Lincoln wheat penny. This coin, carrying the simple words, 1 cent, and the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, became one of the most famous coins among collectors and historians alike. The Lincoln wheat penny design was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait. The obverse side of the coin shows Lincoln facing right, while the reverse displays two stalks of wheat surrounding the words, 1 cent, and United States of America. The wheat design symbolized prosperity and abundance in the early 20th century. By 1955, the Lincoln wheat penny had already been in circulation for more than 4 decades. That year, the Philadelphia and Denver mints produced millions of these pennies. However, what truly made 1955 legendary in coin history was the rare and accidental minting of the 1955 double die obverse penny. This error occurred when the coin die used to strike the design shifted slightly between impressions, causing the letters and numbers on the coin to appear doubled. The result was a striking and highly visible doubling of the words, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date, 1955. These error coins were not supposed to reach the public, but a few thousand made their way into circulation, mixed with regular coins from the Philadelphia Mint. For decades, people found them in their pocket change, often not realizing they had a rare collector's item worth far more than 1 cent. Even today, a genuine 1955 double-die penny can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition. Aside from the famous error, the regular 1955 Lincoln wheat penny also holds historical importance. It represents the final years of the wheat reverse design, as the U.S. Mint replaced it with the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959 to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday. The 1955 issue is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighing 3.11 grams. Its small size may seem ordinary, but it carries a rich story of American craftsmanship and an era when even small mistakes became treasures. For collectors, owning a 1955 wheat penny, especially the double die variety, is like holding a piece of minting history. It reminds us how human error can sometimes create beauty and rarity. The coin symbolizes not only Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy but also the fascinating world of coin collecting, where every cent can tell a story. The year was 1958, a time of post-war prosperity in America. Among the many small treasures of that era was the Lincoln wheat penny, a humble 1-cent coin that carried both history and symbolism in its copper surface. Today, we explore the story behind the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny, the last of its kind before a major design change in U.S. coinage history. The Lincoln wheat penny, also known as the wheat cent, was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, a groundbreaking decision for its time. On the obverse, it proudly displays the image of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year, 1958. On the reverse side, 2 wheat stalks curve along the edges, symbolizing prosperity and abundance. Between them are the words, 1 cent, United States of America, and the national motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one. This simple yet powerful design captured the essence of the American spirit for nearly half a century. The 1958 issue marked the end of an era. It was the final year the United States Mint produced the wheat penny before introducing the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, commemorating the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This makes the 1958 wheat penny especially significant to collectors, as it represents the last chapter of a classic American coin design. The coin was struck at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint produced pennies without a mint mark, while the Denver Mint coins bear a small D under the date. More than 252 million were made in Philadelphia and over 800 million in Denver, a total of more than 1 billion coins. Because of these large numbers, most 1958 pennies are common in circulation today. However, their historical value still draws interest from numismatists and history lovers alike. Made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, each coin weighs about 3.11 grams. Over time, the copper gives the coin its distinctive reddish-brown color, which can darken with age and handling. Well-preserved uncirculated examples, especially those with sharp details and original luster, can be worth much more than their face value. In rare cases, 1958 wheat pennies with minting errors, such as the famous 1958 double die, can reach astonishing values in the collector's market, even selling for thousands of dollars. These rare errors are extremely scarce, adding a sense of mystery and excitement to coin hunting. The 1958 Lincoln wheat penny is more than just a cent, it's a reminder of America's heritage and craftsmanship. It represents honesty, hard work, and the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. Though small in size, this coin carries a big story, one of history, transition, and pride.